Okay, well, live again. Hi, everybody. Again, what the hell? What the actual hell? So if you were here a minute ago, well, on the other stream a minute ago, you would know that YouTube just pulled my video for apparently violating its community guidelines. I don't even know if this one's actually up on YouTube.
I'm going to check right now.
I'm grabbing it now and reposting the link because no one has it, because what the actual F?
It says there's 8 people watching, so we are live.
Perfect.
Because no one has it, because what the actual...
Yeah, how did we violate anything?
It's ridiculous. All right, we got everyone's coming back now. I'm gonna repost this link. I did nothing, guys. This was ridiculous. I'm posting this. All right. Yeah. What the actual F, YouTube? You pulled my live stream 4 minutes in for violating community guidelines, which I distinctly did not do. Stop using a global catastrophe as an excuse to censor people.
Better luck next time, slugheads.
Reading at YouTube, and so here's my actual stream tonight. YouTube shut my last one down. All right, so you're still with us. We're back. YouTube shut my last stream down for no reason.
Well, so they said they're using bots.
Yeah, YouTube, no shit, Sherlock.
YouTube's doing dumb shit.
YouTube is being ridiculous. We heard about this. They put out some, and this is utter BS too. They said, "Oh, well, we're what was their excuse? We're understaffed right now, so we might be flagging more videos for violating community guidelines." Presumably, the idea is we're not doing oversight, and we're not doing human oversight. So your video might get flagged even when it shouldn't be flagged, which is ridiculous. Because first of all, name me a job at YouTube that you can't do from home. Name me a job where you can't do it there. So I don't understand what that logic whatsoever. So this understaffing is BS. Second of all, if you're going to randomly go flagging people's videos, why don't you prioritize, not members who are part of your partner program with no community strikes? It just seems really ridiculous to be auto-flagging a channel that has never had a community strike, that is part of the partner program, therefore hand verified by you, YouTube, demonstrating that, no, yes, my channel is on the up and up and all that. Yeah, so Nintendo guy, thank you for the super chat. They're using bots, by the way. You're now that Nintendo guy. What's up? I know D Money Show. Well, welcome back as in your new form. Maybe YouTube is maybe Prime Mover. Maybe that is the reason. So it's ridiculous. Hey Kikoshi, well, I'm glad you are here. It's good to have you here. Corona Mania is running wild, brother. I just really don't like that this company is using this as an excuse to do crap like this.
Oh, I don't like it either.
It's utter bullshit. Annie Hoozle. Annie from the UK says, "Party boobs. Thinking of you both. Hope all is well." Thank you for the super chat. Although party boobs backwards is spooby trap, not booby trap. So something to keep in mind for the future.
But you also got to read it like this: "Party boob."
Okay, I'll leave that to you. Anyway, so Andy from the UK, thinking of you too, hoping you're doing well across the pond, hoping things aren't quite as crazy over there. Maybe they are. I don't know don't know too much about how the UK has been affected, but stay safe out there. We care about you. Rosetta Allen says, still streaming, but had to send my girl some support. Oh, thanks, Rosetta. Well, good luck on your stream as well. And thank you for supporting anyway. It is very much appreciated. They will do anything to get free advertising. Yeah, they certainly will, Auburn, man. They certainly will. I like Prime Mover's reasoning. It sounds sane and logical.
No coronavirus babies, though.
No coronavirus babies. God, no. Plenty other shit to worry about right now. Babies,
like food.
Ew. Yes, food is important. Also, make sure you're pressing the like button if you're just joining us. We've got 25 likes and 6 dislikes. Maybe I'm getting false flag. Maybe Monday Matt, mobilized his hordes and whatnots. I didn't notice how many dislikes the other one had. I'm kind of curious now to see what happened there. I gotta upload this. Reload. I can word thoughts. It doesn't help that my internet is crap right now. It's because everyone's home using the internet. We're getting those likes popping up. 6 dislikes this early in the stream. That seems very fishy to me.
Bruce,
first time live stream ever cut by YouTube while I was watching. Likewise, my guess is now looking at the dislikes. My guess is false flagging. Yeah, I've got enemies like Monday Matt, so there you go. Their episode 3 isn't here because it was community struck, so I can't find it anyway. That's fun. That's nice. So yeah, my money is on false flagging. J25 says, thank you for your super chat, by the way. I'm calling it now. Han and Chewie couples costume at Halloween. You sort out who's who. We have talked about it before, haven't we?
Yeah, in the comic book, my Broke Dick Chewbacca costume is like my favorite part of that whole story.
It's pretty funny. Hail Jesse to the east. He is handsome and awesome, and yes, it is good to have you.
Bryce Killinger, Jeff Beard should be a playable character in Super Smash Brothers.
I agree.
We should find some time to play some Smash Brothers soon.
We should. Beth Degu says YouTube needs to chill the hell out. I could not agree more, Beth Degu. I could not agree more. Batbush, thank you for the super chat. Hopefully you are out there weathering the coronavirus okay. I, like you, I'm disappointed we won't get to see you.
Back in Cincy.
Is he?
I mean, I don't know if he left there, but I know he was.
I know he's because he was between there and elsewhere for Woman. So I don't know which hole he's currently.
Whoa, man. Have you ever seen So I Married an Axe Murderer?
What? No.
Because Mike Myers does beat poetry to Whoa, man. You need to listen to that or watch that movie. It's pretty fun.
Okay. That sounds delightful. Nothing like experience the world apocalypse during a mindless entertainment live stream. Boom. That's right, Prime Mover. It's the best place to be. These are my allergies, not my coronavirus or my cocaine habits. So
yeah, we don't have cocaine money yet.
Justin Lolly says, I found you guys. You did. As in the stream, the other one got cut short abruptly by YouTube for I don't know why. Macy Van Dusen says, welcome back. Thank you, Macy. Welcome back. I feared for your survival. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Macy. We feared for it too. It was very abrupt and very scary. As someone else pointed out, the first time they've ever seen a YouTube stream get cut short during the stream
4
itself.
minutes in.
So again, I'm concerned about false flagging. Especially because this stream is already at 6 dislikes, which is very unusual for one of my streams. People just love me so much. But anyway, if you are just joining us, make sure you are pressing that like button so that we keep those likes up so people don't for some reason think that I'm doing something offensive here. Ugh. Andy from the UK says, I'm good. All falling apart here. Major shutdown. So you're pretty much in the same boat that we are. Glad to hear you're doing okay. Hopefully your family, all that stuff is doing well as well. My corona. It's not YouTube. It's still there too. Yes, we dislike this as well. So coronavirus news. I feel like I had a whole bunch of stuff to talk about, and now my brain is just from all
hold
this.
on. Let's take it back. You're gonna do a wonderful job. This is your show. Take back the power. Here's your graphs.
Okay. Oh, I am gonna reach out to Hadass the Quarantine. Oh, Matt G, thank you for the unicorn. Matt G is just unicorn bombing everyone these days. It's so delightful. YouTube server crashed here for a few seconds. What the fuck? As in streamer and just YouTube generally crashed because my stream got randomly pulled due to community guideline problems.
Look up.
Yeah,
this is what would scare me, honestly, if the internet went down during this shit.
That would be
because then look, it's like it's a global pandemic, but the way we live, we're all connected. If they shut that off, then it feels like something serious. Because
at least this way, I spoke to my sister yesterday. I spoke to my parents and my grandmother before that. I've been in touch with my quarantined friend, who, by the way, I'm gonna hit her up and see if she's still alive. I promise to let you know if she was still alive. I don't actually know. I haven't heard from her in a few hours, so. Let's find out. Want to come on the show? Are you infected? No. My sniffles are because I have allergies. Sneezing is not a symptom of coronavirus, by the way, or not a prominent one. TLJ Screwjob, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Jesse and Jeff. So I heard Jesse is a bit responding to my super chat about Jeff self-cucking himself. What exactly are you saying? Okay.
It's not.
I don't think it's self-cuckery. I don't think that. I think it kind of goes against that. Now, let's say that Jeff were to be using his hand for something else, and then maybe you could argue that Jeff's hand is cucking Jeff, because
I don't think you can.
What if you sit on your hand first so that it loses feeling?
It's called giving yourself a stranger.
No, but you'd be giving me a stranger, so like you wouldn't feel what you were doing. So
I numb my hand and play with you,
so that in order to cuck yourself. I'm not saying you're going to do it. We're not going to do them. No. Anyway, now we might be violating community guidelines. Anyway, does that answer your question, TLJ Screwjob? Thank you for coming here to get that clarity that you so desperately needed. J Hando 4 says, can't stand Hollywood anymore.
Good news, you won't have to, because they're shut down.
Yeah. So in lieu of that, look for better entertainment like these things. Ooh, this is one of the things I want to talk to you guys about. I'm really mad, okay? I feel like this is not fair to the average everyday YouTuber to begin things that are unfair on YouTube. I don't know if you guys saw this cute little video that I'm in pen and Dick Frost put out, referencing Shaun of the Dead and making some cute callbacks to that and just making a fun little video with each other that already has, last I looked, and that was a few hours ago, over 600,000 views. This first video on their channel, this brand new channel they presumably started today, that has almost, probably at this point it was at 9 point something, 10,000 subscribers overnight. I don't think it's fair. These celebrities use their goddamn privilege to encroach on the regular, ordinary people like us. You can see what's the channel. I can't remember what the channel's called.
That's what's going to hurt YouTube now, because celebrities are like, I'm out of work. I need to do something right now. When in reality, your rich ass can just sit at home and wait.
I don't think that's necessarily why why all of them are doing it. Okay, so the stolen picture is this thing that has it. Which is now has all of 10.7 thousand subscribers. This video is at 905,000 views in the first 10 hours that it's been up. This is just not fair to us regular creators that have worked day in and day out to have to build our channel. Some of us getting screwed by the algorithm after putting all of this hard work. It's just not right. Stay in your corner, celebrities. Ride this out in your rich ass homes, or realistically, Simon Pegg, you're a YouTuber now, and we do believe in collaboration here on YouTube.
Yes.
So if you want to be a guest on This Week Tonight, hit me up. I tweeted at him earlier, so you guys don't mind, just go ahead and tweet at Simon Pegg, or go ahead and retweet my tweet with a comment at Simon Pegg, and let him know that he should consider being a guest on Mindless Entertainment's This Week Tonight. Ooh, I've got a friend calling. We're just going to answer on air because it's what we do. Isaac, what's up?
What is there on that balcony that I see? It is the sun. No, it is Juliet.
Oh, you're so sweet. Are you out? Are you creeping around my apartment again?
I just drove by, saw your light was on.
Yes.
And I figured I'd give you a call. Are you in there?
Well, I am. I am here. Jeff is in here, and we're actually live on the air. So you're on my you're the special guest tonight on my channel. So
you're shooting your channel right now.
Yeah, we're doing a live stream. So you know how all the Tonight shows, all the shows and whatnot are off the air right now.
Yeah, I know this. Yes.
So I decided to be This Week Tonight. I decided to be my own late night show now.
All right. Yeah, okay.
So,
all right, then. Well,
you know,
I guess I'll let you go back to your show. I was going to say, hey, what the heck? I'm right across the street of the Ralph's parking lot.
Huh.
I get here, park, and realize they're closed.
Yeah.
So I figured, what the heck? Maybe I can get my pants. But I'll wait until your show's over and get it some other day.
That's true. I do still have your pants. So
yes.
Sounds highly suggestive. Would you like to say hello to the internet since you are here for a moment?
Sure. Hello, internet.
Isaac Singleton Jr., everybody. Isaac C. Singleton.
Oh, don't forget
Jr.
the C. Yeah,
Isaac,
there you go. That C's got to be in there. Isaac C. Singleton Jr.
Yes, indeed. My wonderful neighborhood buddy and the owner of the pants that are actually, I can see them from here. So they're pants.
Oh, wait. They're not wrapped in a bag?
They're in a bag. I can see the bag. The bag may or may not have a couple claw holes in them, but I can see the bag that the pants are in. So
I see. All right. So there's not like the cats have been rolling all over it.
No.
Hey, we like these pants.
I mean, I'm sure they would if they had better access to them. Hence the couple claw marks in the bag. But they have been mostly kept away from the pants.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And and once again, hello to your audience.
Oh, well, hello.
If there is an audience.
There's a few people watching, just a few. Bruce wants to know, what are you doing with his pants, Jess? Someone
She's holding them for him
Prime
until he can come retrieve them.
Prime Mover says, "Say enough with the clown."
Enough with the clown? What?
It's it was a character in the Dark.
Batman.
It's the Dark Knight, right?
Yeah, Michael J. White.
Yeah, and I guess your voice sounds like his. So
Michael J. White does not sound like this at all. I'm sorry.
I think you sound better, but there you go. There you go. Bruce loves that voice. So everyone's going nuts for your voice right now. Huh. Kakashi wants you to say,
"I really do. I'm not just a neighborhood guy. You have my pants."
I know. Isaac Sings. I mean, you guys. That's why we said his name. Isaac C. Singleton Jr. He has a very extensive IMDb. Someone wants you to say, "I am your father."
I am your father.
Ooh, that's so good. Isaac was Isaac is the voice of Thanos in all of the animated Marvel media right now, the show, the video games, all of that good stuff. Prime Mover, that's sweet. Whatchamacallit, words, as well as Deadpool, Pirates of the Caribbean. You can see him in all of those movies. You can check out his IMDb if you want to know more of the amazing work that Isaac has done. So he's been on this channel before. We'll have him on again.
Last week I worked for someone down in Blizzard last week too. It was fun. Didn't say a single word.
Ha! Why?
It was a 2-hour session of me just making creature noises for some of their upcoming stuff that I can't say what it's named.
Ooh, I'm excited now. When it comes out, please let us know. I want to hear your creature noises.
I will.
Can you do a demonstration of some of your creature noises?
Well, like I told them when I was there, I did an NDA. I won't let anybody know what it sounded like or what it is, so I can't give them any examples. But
Right. Well, after it comes out, we're looking forward to learning more.
Well, thank you very much.
Most excited for that. But yeah, I mean, the world shut down, but we are around the corner, so maybe we'll go for a walk or a hike, since those are things we're allowed to do.
We can still go hiking tomorrow, because I heard they're shutting California down on the 19th.
Outdoor activities.
They want everybody to just stay inside.
From what I understand, outdoor activities are still okay as long as you practice good social distancing. You're not in groups of more than 10, and when you are in groups, you stay at least 6 feet away from each other.
Well, what if you're just 2 people? You're supposed to still walk 6 feet apart?
I think that's the idea.
Okay.
I mean, it's not that hard.
And what about relations?
Like family members and stuff, or like other relations?
Never mind.
I'm assuming people that you're
relations out loud.
I'm assuming people that you're regularly within 6 feet of, you're transmitting everything anyway, so all bets are off.
Okay, then. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. All right, then. Sounds good.
Yeah, so that's my thinking.
Yeah, I'm not having relations with anybody right now anyway, so it's all right.
I'm so sorry.
Thanks for rubbing that in.
I just said sorry. What do you want from me?
It sounded very snarky, like, "Hey, too bad for you. I got my dude right here next to me." But hey,
I mean, I do, but I wasn't trying to rub it in.
It sounded like it. I think we'll say this.
Well, we'll ask the audience. Did it sound like I was trying to rub my happy relationship in? Guys, let us know if it sounds like
that's not what it. That's not. I didn't say anything about a happy relationship. I think that's the fact that you're
my relations.
And you don't. I don't get any. That's what I'm saying. You're saying, "Hey, Isaac, oh, you don't have anybody? That's too bad."
Well, Kakashi says, "Same here. I feel for you, dude. I know that feeling." So you at least have a brother in solidarity who is also not having relations.
Okay, that's nice.
So,
mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah. Well, we'll stay in touch and make sure the other one doesn't die of coronavirus, etc. And I will get these pants to you. Nice and chilly out, so you can be cozy at home in your nice cozy pants while this entire state shuts down.
Yeah, it's great. It's wonderful.
These are the important things.
Mhm.
These are the important things.
Now I just came from Costco, and I'm gonna go home now, I guess. So
Well, enjoy your evening.
I will.
Enjoy your Costco purchases.
I've already done that. I got to put them away, right? So yeah, I will enjoy them.
I believe in you. I believe in you.
Thank you. Thank you for believing in me.
I do. I have a lot of faith in you.
And I thank you for that.
You got it. All right. Well, we'll talk again soon.
All right. You all have a great evening.
You too, Isaac.
Bye.
Bye. All right, Isaac C. Singleton Jr., everyone. What a delight. I was just talking about having Simon Pegg on here. I get an actual celebrity calling. I think it's so great too, because some people, when you're friends with people who've done things, they don't want you to run around and be like, this person. Isaac loves it. He's like, yeah, tell him about me. I'm like, all right.
Should have known him. So they tell everyone about it.
Tell everyone. Right,
by the way, Prime Mover, you are my favorite ever. Anybody, you're my hero.
Super keen on Jeff. All right, let's catch up with our super chats. TLJ Screwjob says, yes, it does. Sorry, don't want you to get a strike. We've got
we don't want one either.
We don't either. But glad I could clear that all up for you. Beth DeGoo says, gonna go make butter fried shrimp with garlic. That sounds really good.
Do you want to have butter? Oh,
we don't have shrimp.
We don't have garlic.
Yeah, we do. I have garlic.
Okay.
Garlic kind of person.
Well, we can use cat instead of shrimp, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Lando.
Oh, I was gonna use Han because Lando needs his fluids. He's probably a little stringy.
Han, where you at, you fat bastard?
And then we've got Macy Van Dusen says, okay, gotta go now. Again, nice shirt, Jess. Thank you. And thank you for the shirt, Macy. I really appreciate it. Thank you for popping in. Craig Cooper. Nobody has happy relations because everybody is a platypus.
Every time I see a platypus, I think of the opening to Dogma, where Kevin Smith makes fun of platypuses or platypi, and then he has a thing goes, sorry for the platypus enthusiasts. We didn't mean to offend your favorite animal. It's hilarious. Jeffrey
Turner, aka Mega Jenny 1, thank you for the super chat. $2 for Isaac just being awesome and joining by phone. Thank you. I agree with that. Isaac is pretty awesome. Someone said the chat just went down for a bit there, but it seems platypussies. Nice, Flaming TP. Flaming TP, everybody. Flaming TP. Logan Michael, Anti-Funko Pops, thank you for the super chat. Best movie quote of all time. He called the shit poop.
You know what that's from?
What is that from?
Billy passed the 3rd grade. Oh, never mind. You're not into it.
It's fine.
All past the 3rd grade, the Billy Madison way. Yes, rock on. Anyway, Billy Madison, great. Logan Michael, I love that movie. I have a question for you. Do you have any more gum?
I've never seen it. I told you this.
We should watch it over Sky High.
Okay. No, maybe.
We should watch both. We got Sky High's like an hour and a half?
Yes, I got it short. We can watch both. That's fine.
Yeah, Billy Madison's a super short movie.
All righty. Anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch. Let's see if I'm community struck or not. Nope, it seems fine. Keep those impressions coming, guys. We are now 22 away from 100. I always love crossing 100. That's a nice threshold for me. A small folk gotta, count in those numbers, not in thousands.
Dig?
Maybe, yes. God, some of us don't have giant channels like Simon Pegg. I'll bet he'll be monetized tomorrow too, that motherfucker. Anyway, just kidding. Everyone tweet at Simon Pegg. Ask him to be a guest on Mindless Entertainments this week tonight. So oh my God, Agent Jeremy. Day 4 lockdown. Just found out my wife's favorite food is Thailand food. I guess I shouldn't be calling it cat food the last 10 years. You're learning so much about your wife, Agent Jeremy. Didn't he learn that they actually like each other yesterday? Wasn't that what he learned yesterday?
It was a big breakthrough.
That was great. We're very excited. Just here until Doom comes out in 2 hours.
I really wish I had my PlayStation because I've been dying to play games.
Let's get some actual coronavirus news. The facts, as we like to have. That's what I'm calling it now. The coronavirus, the facts.
Just the facts, man. Just the facts.
Okay. So, I don't know.
You ever seen Dragon Ball?
No. All right. So Facts. As of earlier today, the number of reported cases of coronavirus in the U.S. were 11,200. Which, if you've been following it all, is a fuck ton more than last week. I believe around this time last week, we had crossed that 1,000 threshold, maybe just about. Maybe around that 1,200-ish. So that's a lot, because the week before that, we had, we're getting in the early hundreds. So if you know things about exponents or exponential curves, God damn it. It's broke already.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it didn't.
Oh, it just fell out.
It was just not properly inserted in the first place. That's what she said. Ouch. Assault.
That really hurt that bad?
No, it didn't hurt at all.
I say we've done worse shit.
We've been more violent with each other.
We will
be violent. Okay. By day 40, murder or suicide. Agent Jeremy, when we stop hearing from you, we'll know. Oh, let me see. My delivery has been rescheduled.
The COVID-19?
Damn, I was gonna make it'll be delivered. Oh, will be delayed Saturday or Sunday. That's fine.
Oh.
That's whatever. That's chill. When we do get those onions, I do want to make butternut squash soup.
As do I, because I like soup and I like onions.
And you like butternut squash?
I do.
Anyway, anywho, there is a ghost in my house. Shadow Dice Gaming. That's the only explanation for that. That or one of the two of us just didn't secure it. Ooh, they passed the thing. We're gonna get checks, guys. We're gonna get checks.
And balances.
Public proposal also includes emergency aid, blah, blah, blah. Oh, unveils the massive coronavirus bill. It hasn't passed it. They've unveiled it. They've officially written it now. The proposal expected to cost around $1 trillion, calls for direct payments on a tiered scale. Individuals on a tiered scale. Okay. Individuals making $75,000 based on a 2018 tax return would be eligible for $1,200 payments or $2,400 for couples filing jointly. The payments would decrease for those making more than $75,000 with an income cap of $99,000 per individual, or blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Do my cats count as children? Because that's an extra $500 a pop.
Sure. I mean, with names like Malcolm. Well, shit.
However, taxpayers with little or no income tax liability with at least $2,500 qualifying income will be available for do. All right. So, hey, I'm the 1,200, range, which is exciting. So, I'm excited.
I should get that.
Huh? You should get that. Yeah.
Based on the 2018?
Yep. Based on 2018 tax return.
Oh, no. Never mind. That was the other comic came out.
In 2018. Darn! You'll still be eligible for the lower one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the payments would decrease for those making with an income cap of blank. Did you make more than that?
Yes.
Well, then you're fucked.
No, I saved almost all of it.
Whatever. Anyway, Justin Proper says, I really hope I'm allowed to leave Cali. This lockdown is kind of ruining my plans of getting the F out of here. Honestly, it may jeopardize that. They've talked about domestic travel restrictions. So, anyway, that's exciting. I'm excited to get money.
Everybody else.
Yes. I am very excited to have 10 monies.
All 10 monies?
All 10 monies. You may be able to, there may be a way to look at exceptions and stuff and be like, this was a one-time thing. That's not what I'm making right now. I'm just saying.
Definitely not.
I'm just saying. Anyway, coronavirus news, other things. We had some questions today about social distancing and why are we doing it if there's all the sources are still saying we're all getting infected anyway, or it's not going to actually reduce the number of infections. Well, we talked about it yesterday, explained it. For those of you who weren't here yesterday or who still have questions, I made charts. So here is a chart, right? You have two curves and you have a line. And the bigger, the steeper exponential curve represents the spread of infection if you don't have any measures to, stop the spread of disease, such as, are you doing this for our
hearing impaired audience? Yes, it's important to be as inclusive as possible.
Of course, we definitely want to be inclusive. YouTube just, oh my God. YouTube just took down the Jack Show with Uncle E. Yeah, well, me too, bro. Me too. All right. And I have news from Adas the Quarantined. She is going to be on the show in just a minute. So, That's really jacked up. I think it's just random, targeting, unless again, we're 8 away from 100 though. So press the like button. That's exciting. I was wondering where all these people came from. Probably came over here to tell me that Jack Show just got dicked.
Stay a while and join us every night at this time, right?
Every night at 8:30, all week. Yeah, all weekday nights at 8:30, except for Tuesday where we just air after the High Council. We'll be doing this week tonight, the replacement late night show, and better than all the other late night shows. So, it happened to me, guys. If you're just jumping over here from the Jack Show, that happened to me 4 minutes into this stream originally. So I'm in the same boat. It sucks. It's stupid. Mass internet traffic. I mean, it's possible, but I actually got a message saying it was a community guideline strike.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
That it was removed due to violation of the community guideline. I had to appeal it. So I did that and popped this one up. So
I think all the people that are going to try to download Doom tonight.
Oh god,
that's like a big middle finger.
Oh god, that's terrible. Hashtag free Anna again. D-Live was hiccuping too. There was a weird guy from a big channel before that happened. Caesar, anybody? Caesar? Yeah, they pulled the Jack Show apparently. Jack Show got taken up for violating terms of service. God damn it. Kikoshi, thank you for making this the only late night show that you've watched in forever. And yeah, say that's really terrible. Stupid Jack Show. So, welcome here if you're coming here from the Jack Show. Obviously, if they get it back up and running again, I'm not going to fault you for going back. But this is a little bit insane. We're going to put our charts on hold for a second and discuss this ridiculousness. This ridiculousness that is yes. So that's nuts. All right, so random's still under. All right, so you know what? Why not? We'll discuss the need for social distancing while that's here. There was a guy in the chat, J-Jack said, are you distancing? You're socially distancing.
I was just trying to be Corona!
He's dead. Corona. I was concerned about possibly being targeted myself because this stream has, I didn't see how many dislikes the other stream had, but this stream has 6 dislikes, which doesn't seem like that many, but those 6 dislikes came in really quickly, and that's a lot more than my live streams ever get. So Mikey Gussler, the earlier stream got pulled abruptly, and I got a notice saying it violated community guidelines. So I don't know if this is YouTube's new whoops, we don't have enough people to, we don't have enough staff to do things, or if this was whatchamacallit, a targeted act by some asshole who's sitting at home twiddling their thumbs going, what should I do now? Strike YouTubers I don't like because fuck everything. Anyway, Luis Gomez is a really important message for us in this time. I want to share with you guys. I like turtles.
Did he reference that on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Oh, I love the
He
turtle.
dates a soldier. She takes him to a carnival and he gets his face painted up. And they go, Ben, what do you think? He just goes, I like turtles. He's like a grown man. He's a veteran. Ben the Soldier's amazing.
I love this. That's one of the things I do like about our current culture. There's some things I dislike. It creates. I do like a lot of things about our present culture. One of the things about it, one of the things about it though is when you have this where like these widespread internet memes find their way into mass media and like big cultural movies, things like they get referenced all the time. I just think that's a lot of fun.
I think it's fun too. If they pick the right ones up.
If they pick the right ones. We also have this shared Anna had 13 dislikes before she went live, but they were showing Cecil's Cecil Pete cover. Oh god. Thanks, Cassie Cannabis. Welcome everyone for the Jack Show. Indeed. Hopefully, again, they get things up and running again over on that stream. In the meantime, enjoy art. We were talking about the need for social distancing. So here's my chart. I should take down like turtles so you can see my chart. Turtles are important. Charts are important too. Anyway, SoFan was railing the Phantom Menace a few days ago. I think it could be. Honestly, people are sitting at home with nothing better to do. They might be running out there being like, screw you, I hate you. People are dumb. But here's your late night content. So woohoo! Beth Digu, I agree. The people have nothing better to do than to target you. They're sad little people with sad little lives. I couldn't agree more. But here I am with charts. I'm just really proud of this. I drew lines. You're gonna like my other ones better. There's stick figures on it and stuff like that. But in the meantime, all right. So if we don't do anything to stop the spread of disease, here is how the infection spreads. Very, very quickly. It'll go away just as quickly because people will, die or mostly recover. The vast majority of people will recover. But during this brief period of time, we're gonna have a large uptick in cases. Now, this is an important thing because they're talking about how the coronavirus is far more lethal to the elderly. However, it can be very serious. Serious face. It can be very serious for young people as well. In fact, they've reported that their severe cases requiring hospitalization have made up the 20 to 65 age group have made up 34% of that. And of all people in taking ICU beds, 50% are under 65 or 20 to 65. So is that a boob? Is that a? It's not none of the above. He said boob first.
Oh, I thought he was watching Cut Through Kitchen.
I like that, Bob's. So yeah. So what happens here? We'll look at another spread for that. So here's this line is the American healthcare system's ability to handle, what their max capacity is in terms of beds, ventilators, ability to give care, staffing, etc. So when you spike really quickly, you go over that, which means people can't always get the care that they need. Now you have social distancing, which has been the most effective method of slowing the spread of disease. Even if the same number of people get it over time, this spike never goes above. The top of the bubble never goes above this line. So the healthcare system is never overwhelmed as people are getting infected more slowly. Therefore, they're having time to recover and free up those hospital beds or, die. But in either case, freeing up hospital beds, most, again, will be recovering, freeing up those beds, allowing other people to come in. So in other words, how many of those people have underlying issues or questions I need answered to. So far, it seems like most of the people fatalities are in that under 65 are in that underlying health conditions range. That said, in terms of someone said nice sign language. In terms of the people getting seriously ill, I don't know the numbers on. Now, to explain this chart in other ways and to show it in more prettier ways with stick figures. Mostly I just want to show you guys my stick figures. So no effort to contain the virus. You got a whole fuck ton of people who need hospital beds. You have no beds available. You got, fewer people recovering because they're not all getting available to the treatment they need. So you have people coming in now. Let's say if you come in when you're fairly sick and need hospitalization, but there's plenty of access to care for you at that time. You have plenty of time to, YouTube is trying to shut me down again. YouTube is trying to shut. That's an ominous message.
What's the name of your thing?
Oh.
This is, wow!
Never mind. That never happened. Oh, Luis Gomez sent us a super chat. I like turtles. Thank you for the super chat.
I like turtles.
Turtles are important. We'll never speak of this again.
It's been documented. Episode 3 is the best show. Or that's episode.
It's not episode 3. It's episode 3, take 2. Anyway, so what you've got, right, is so people are coming in, and the people with the less severe cases might not even be getting hospital access to beds. Like some of those people are going to be those, so they're going to get sicker and have to come back, and then it's going to take longer for them to recover because they're going to be sicker and not able to care for themselves at home. So your rate of recovery slows down. You have fewer people opening up those beds, even though your need has increased, and you have people in this category not just getting sent home because you'll probably survive because your symptoms aren't that bad. You also have people who in this where they're saying your odds of survival are very, very low. You're an old person. You're probably going to die. You're going to die soon anyway. So we're going to open up this bed for a younger person who has a better chance at life, or a mother with children to care for. They're going to have to be making those decisions over who lives or dies, which is something they did do in something that they had done in Italy. So if you think this is scary, it's reality. This is Italy's reality. I've talked, you can just read the reports. I've talked to people who have family there. This is the reality in Italy is people are coming to the hospitals. There's no care for them. They're saying, you're probably not going to make it anyway. Fuck, you die. I'm hoping that this drop in numbers means the Jack Show was able to get back up and running. So that's awesome. I'm hoping that's the case. Arthur Brown, the Uncanny Cody says, Miles' name and Corona has taken my super chat powers away. That's dumb. Well, if you do feel compelled to support Mindless Entertainment, you can always, there's a PayPal link in the description of my channel and description of all my videos, except for the live stream. So you have to go somewhere else to find that.
There's also lovely t-shirts because you may be trapped at home, but you need clothes to wear.
Yeah.
I think someone should be the first to get the Jesse Milestone pants.
Oh my God.
Show the Jesse Milestone pants.
They have to look at it themselves. I can take a screenshot and share it with them, I guess, but they have to, because it's not the featured thing. So if I send a link, it'll just show the.
No, screen share.
Oh, just screen share it. You're
Yeah.
right. You're an adult. I'm not.
People, if they would fit me, I'd wear Jesse Milestone pants.
All right. So, oh look, can somebody bought a Jesse shot first? Sure, that's nice.
Jesse and the kiddos.
I don't want a March flash sale. Go away.
A flash sale.
You're a flash sale. I'll flash your sale.
Please do. Full mast.
Okay. So prepare yourselves for this. But I only put this up there because it was funny. So Jesse Solo and the kid. I know. I'm aware. I'm aware. I'm just. Jesse Solo and the Kiddos is the name of this merchandise, which we'll show them this first. Is a really great shirt. Is a really great print. I'm going to drop the link for this in case you do want to get one of your very own. I actually haven't got a chance to get one yet because when this came out, I was really poor. So you can also scroll around I was wearing my Jesse Shot First shirt, which is original artwork by that Star Wars girl. So you definitely can come check out all this awesome merch. It's cool. It's exciting. It's whatever. Screen share. You can also get this amazing shirt. As this thing loads and freezes. Stop. This was fan art made by, I forget his name, but he's awesome. I think it's in the putting it in the description. Aiden Phelan right there. You can check out his other original art on Instagram, but he made me as Han Solo with all my kitties. And it's super effing cute.
Is that Jane?
Let me see. I can tell if I look closely. That's Japan Cake because he has less white on his chin. Jane has more white on his chin. And obviously, there's Spush because he's the white on his nose, and there's Grumpy Puss.
That's why when you said Chip Pancake, he looked over at us.
Pancake! He knows his name. Yeah. So I put this up because it was funny. So it auto designs other pieces of merch for you, so you can get I think it made a cell phone case available or something, a mug. And you can get these.
Hold on, I'm taking over for this for a second. So, folks, we got to make sure we're showing it properly. We want full screen. There we go. They don't need to see us. They need to see the Jesse Milestone pants. So this is a front view. Amazing. Beautiful artwork, whatever. But check out this. You could be out in public rocking these headless leggings.
The little kitten on the bottom.
With one little kitten. And this side, it's like if you're...
Show the back.
I'll show the back. I will show the back. You can get...
You could have a gun up your ass.
If you're into fisting or this sort of thing, these are the pants for you, folks. Oh, if you're like Two-Face, shit pancake.
Stop breaking things.
I love you, cat, but you're pissing me off. Ooh.
Anyway, all right. That's Oh, Nerdy Gamer Girl said, Nerdy Gamer, I said, yeah, somebody said, so glad you're back up. Someone said that. I think it was, yes, Nerdy Gamer Girl. I'm glad I'm back up too.
As am I. I love this show. Wow.
Oh, God. So, yeah, we're just.
I think we should leave it alone.
No, we're just going to get rid of that for now. Are you fisting?
Are you taking?
No.
I'm not fisting.
All right. So, meanwhile, back at the ranch. So you can have all these lovely things. You have all this lovely apparel. These are other ways to support mindless entertainment. Nerdy Gamer Gal says, oh my gosh, the laugh we all needed. Yes, yes, indeed. Yep, I have one pair of leggings because the design was so ridiculous. So go ahead and check out my Teespring offerings. It's another way to support the channel in this great time of need. If you don't want to super chat or you're not able to for whatever reason. Also, if you send something over on PayPal and you can add a comment to that and whatnot, I will gladly acknowledge you on the next live stream.
Say mean shit as you send it.
That's fine too. So anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch, I have one more chart for you. And so we had, right, we hit that peak from the first chart goes above the healthcare system's capacity to take care of things, and people are sent away to die, and it's panic and terrible. But if we all social distance and we do it enough, now you have the disease is spreading slower, so people need beds less frequently. There are some beds to go around. And because people are able to get the care they need at the time that they need it, you have people recovering much faster, able to go home. Look, they're all happy. They're skipping. Yay.
And no one is
They're skipping. You don't skip when you're mad. Have you ever seen somebody mad skip?
Yes.
You lying. I don't believe you. Anyway, and no one is turned away to die. Hooray! So as someone pointed out, the thing with this curve is that you also have loss of employment. This spike may indicate, more people dying, but it also indicates more economy getting fucked. Or less economy getting fucked, because people can still go to work, people still going out making money, etc., things like that. So, what's your priority, money or human life? And the reality is,
curves, they should always trust you. Anyway. Priorities, though, human life or dollar bills.
Diagrams are so useful, Bruce. And so one of the things that our government actually looked at, because the reality is that the American government often operates on the concept that the dollar bill is more important than human life. But in this particular instance, they had to reckon with that concept face first, and decided to do. They've realized if we're going to do the right thing, if we're going to social distance, if we're going to do the right thing,
I don't want to destroy these.
Yeah, of course not. If we're going to do the right thing, if we're going to social distance, if we're going to practice all of these whatnots, then it is important that the government does its damn job and fricking shows up for us and pays us money. So, Dixon Cider, thank you for the super chat. Trailblazer special movies doing backflips for bunt cakes.
She can't backflip.
I was thinking, I'm more envisioning, rolling awkwardly down a hill.
Really, shit pancake?
Shit pancake, stop! I'm envisioning her more rolling backwards down a hill with no control whatsoever because she tripped and fell. That's more.
Do they play Rolling by Limp Bizkit?
If you want them to. Oh, I'm supposed to be bringing Hadass onto this stream, so Hadass the quarantined. So we're gonna go down to our. She does not. I'll let her tell you herself. She doesn't want to go on camera tonight because she looks crappy. Because she's worse. Because she's dying. And let us know in the chat, guys, if they did in fact get the Jack Show back up and running. I'm hoping that they did. Okay, great.
Looked it up.
Perfect. I'm very glad to hear that. Anyway, thank you for everyone who is still watching and who's pressed the like button, because we are now at 130 likes. I'm very, very pleased.
Off again?
Are they off?
My feed, because let's see. Here we are. Look at the top.
Yeah.
That was the Ethan version. And then Anna's is gone again.
Yeah. Flaming TP says the time has come. If I don't come back, the virus got me. All right, bye, Flaming TP. Enjoy your game if you get it, and we hope that you don't die.
There it goes. It's live.
Oh, good. They're live. Hooray. Ooh, Macy Van Dusen sent an article with positive news on coronavirus. That sounds exciting. So Flaming TP, do enjoy yourself and all that stuff. Hadass has the link now. So hopefully we'll see her in there sometime. Do. And then I am going to read this good news, because good news is good.
Good news is good.
Yay, hooray.
Dr. Coffenhouse is thirsty for Hadass.
Aha, well, she's on her way, we hope. Unless she's dead.
While you wait, we'll get you a Capri Sun.
Or read good news. All right, so if you're like me, you're getting a steady dose of negative news from everywhere. Guess what? There is good news coming out of COVID-19, and I wanted to share it with you. Note, I've linked the original articles at each point. I have an important notice at the end of this post. Thank you. We'll probably read it. 1. Full recoveries. There are 108 full recoveries of the COVID-19 virus in the United States. Maybe even more encouraging is that of the current 11,353 active cases, only 64 or 0.005% of those cases are considered serious or critical. See source here, and we recognize those numbers are changing daily. So, on the one hand, some of those numbers are some of the people in serious or critical condition are getting better. On the other hand, though, we all have to keep in mind that those can be getting worse. But anyway, that is very encouraging. That's wonderful to see. And so that means right now we're not in a situation where anything's getting overwhelmed. People are mostly pulling through this just fine. 2, no new cases in China. I had heard this. For the first time since the virus broke out, there have been no new cases of COVID-19 in China during the last 24 hours. Yay! I also believe there were no new deaths either. So that's exciting. 3, South Korea's dramatic drop in new cases. After its peak of 909 newly reported COVID-19 cases on February 29th, South Korea has now seen a dramatic drop in the number of new cases reported daily. Huzzah! Now let's remember those both of those countries took dramatic efforts to slow the spread of the virus, including social distancing. So that is good news. Now that we're doing a lot of those same things, we're hoping that's going to be the same case here. Other drugs working. Doctors in India have successfully treated 2 Italian patients with COVID-19 by administering a combination of drugs, principally lopinavir and ritonavir, alongside oseltamivir and chloroquine. Someone was talking about chloroquine in the chat earlier. Several are now suggesting the same medical treatment on a case-by-case basis globally. So that's great. So it sounds like a concoction of what I'm assuming are various antivirals, maybe actually showing positive signs of treating the virus. That's one of the things people don't talk about the vaccine. The reality is vaccines take a long time to develop, even though they're fast-tracking it, through clinical trials and whatnot, but they also have to produce them. However, there's a step between vaccines and nothing, which is treatment options, different medications.
Somebody sent me a picture today. The day Kobe Bryant died, the newspaper had a side article that says push for coronavirus vaccine increases. And he died early February?
Yeah. So people might then were already realizing the need for it. So
by the way, Bruce bought a mug.
Bruce, yay! Oh, thank you, Bruce. I'm glad. I hope you enjoy it. I have a mug of my own as well. It's great. All right, Hadass the quarantine. Oh, and we were just reading good news about the coronavirus because apparently there's some good news. Like there are concoctions of drugs that have been working to help treat the virus in India. Antibody rescue researchers at Iran's medical claimed to have found an antibody that can fend off the infection by COVID-19, which means that means
really wonky right now.
What?
Your sound is really wonky. It's like echoing.
Oh, okay. Yours was wonky for a second there, but now you sound better. Do we still sound wonky?
A little. Should I leave and come back?
You can try that. If it's not bothering you, then meh. But
wait, hold on. Try again.
How about now? Yeah.
A little better.
How about now?
Yeah, way better.
All right.
Wait, so what is about the
what?
What is the thing?
What is the what?
What was the thing about the coronavirus that's good news?
Oh, there's a whole list of things that are good. That's good news. So one of these is the researchers claim that there's an antibody that's working against it, which means that that's the beginnings of people developing natural immunity.
Okay.
Number 6, 103-year-old recovery. An 103-year-old Chinese woman has made a full recovery from COVID-19 after being treated for 6 days in Wuhan, China, becoming the oldest patient to beat the disease. Huzzah!
I'm proud of her.
I'm proud of her too. Retail is reopening in China.
Can you guys send a super chat to them for the 103-year-old woman, like $1.03 in honor of her?
Someone should definitely do that. I agree with Hadass.
$103.
Or you could send
$100.
Yes, I'm okay with either. Either one of those is fine. $1.03, $10.30, $103 and no cents. That's fine.
$10,000 300 cents.
300 cents, which is $10,300.
You're being a little greedy there. It's either $10,003 or $10,000 nothing.
I'll take $10,003. Jesse's stream is lagging slightly. Hadass is fine. Well, just go figure. It's a problem with my internet.
Wait, what about me?
Apparently, you're coming loud and clear for people, but we have a small lag.
Your sound is a little weird. It's like very high pitched.
Blame my internet.
I blame your internet.
So the other news is mortality rates may be inflated? ? Experts predict that Italy has seen a higher mortality rate given its significant aging population, as well as its higher percentage of COVID-19 patients with pre-existing health conditions. So that could mean that, for the general population, that Italy is not necessarily the correct the correct sample size for determining the actual mortality. So that's good. And Cleveland's Metro Health Medical Center has developed a COVID-19 test that can now deliver results in just 2 hours rather than days. Huzzah! So there you go. That's exciting. Good news is always good. So Hadass the Quarantined, how are you doing today?
Well, you were texting me while I had that fever. I had a break, so that was fun.
Yeah.
And by fun, I mean horrible.
Are you still feeling feverish?
I'm a lot better. I was drinking like these weird concoctions of like grapefruit juice and lemon and emergency just to try to kick it out of my system.
Good. Those things
It
are
worked.
great.
It worked.
Huzzah.
So I even ate. Huzzah.
Eating is good.
What happened? I'm doing well. Thank you.
Good. We're very happy to hear that. Definitely keep up the vitamin C because it's good for you. So
yeah. You know, the whole knitting thing is actually harder than I thought it would be. I'm trying. This is my first thing I've ever knitted, guys. It's very difficult.
You look like you're doing well though.
Thank you. I'm trying my best.
I've heard that it's really just if you like mess and like a single thing up, you got to go all the way back and dig it out and stuff.
I'm too lazy to do that, so I'm thinking of just making this like a cat blanket toy for someone, like a friend or something. I feel like I'll just give it to someone's cats.
Oh, my cats will certainly like it. Heck 44 says Anna just went off again. So we had an issue earlier. My first version of the stream got pulled due to quote violating community guidelines almost immediately after it went up, like 4 minutes after it went up. It has 7 dislikes now. It had whatchamacallit, it had 6 dislikes right away. So it's either YouTube being extra dumb or it's people targeting us because they're at home with nothing better to do than go around being like, I hate you, flag your channel, flag your channel, flag your channel. So
Jesse, it's properly pronounced Chanel. Can you learn English?
Ha 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 ha. You're hilarious.
It's also pronounced knitting.
Knitting. Oh, I knew that one, obviously.
Obviously.
And knife. I love me a good knife. Look, kniff. It's
when where I worked used to sell CBD, I'd always pronounce sibd.
Sibd. Kniff.
Thank you, anti-Satan pro-life.
I like that.
Pro-life day.
I always thumbs up your videos. You guys are a cute couple, and I love your take on shit. Thanks, guys. Oh, thank you, anti-Satan pro-life.
Cute.
I'm pro-Satan. So, I mean, I don't know about you, Hadass, but I'm pro-Satan, so you know.
It's pronounced Satan.
Satan. Beth DeGoo sent $1.03. Thank you, Beth, for coming through.
Wait, is Satan?
Oh my God, Beth, dig out.
Yes. No, that's satay. Satan. There is seitan is a thing though.
It's like a spice, isn't it?
No, it's like it's just like pure gluten basically. It's a meat substitute that vegetarians have sometimes, but not free ones. They can just die.
I mean, we're all dying at some point.
Some of us quicker than others.
Clearly me.
Mando Merck says, "Hey Hadass."
Hi Mando. How are you?
Bryce Killinger says, "Huzzah, the Hadass."
Your fans are so nice.
They are really nice. I love my fans. Val the Black says, "Stay safe, you all."
Thank you,
Black, and thank you for the super. We do appreciate it.
Vegans eat Satan. How?
Vegans eat Satan.
Vegetable?
They eat seitan. I think it's probably spelled like S-E-I-T-A-N.
Seitan. Okay.
Yeah.
I lost my own joke. Clearly, I fail at life.
It's fine. Beth DeGoo says, I had tofu for the first time. I hate it.
Ugh.
It depends on how it's prepared. For me, if it's just like I'm like, ugh. But if it's like crispy fried in a good sauce, I can fuck with tofu.
Yeah, no, vegan tofu skewers, I can't English today, in cream sauce is really good.
I can fuck with that.
You fucks with that?
I fucks with that. I fucks.
You fucks?
I fucks.
I am so confused. Ah, there we go.
Fucks. Did you fix it? Did you fix everything? Did you the world lost? Why haven't you cured coronavirus yet?
You know what? I think I'm curing it by knitting this. And yeah, this is my contribution to society.
I accept that answer.
I do too.
Yep. cool.
And I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too.
I appreciate you also.
So about social distancing.
No one appreciates me.
As you guys say, like practically on top of each other.
That's true. We are on top
I've
of each
been
other all the
distanced.
time.
You know what we can do though?
We should do a parody of the Terminator. You've been distanced.
You know what we can do though that makes Sidas really upset sometimes?
No, don't. Don't. Ew, they kiss so loudly.
Let's get closer to the mic. Ready?
Last time I was ever played.
Demaj, thank you for the super chat. He says, "How the hell are you? Y'all miss your faces. We miss you too, Demaj."
Clearly, they miss each other's faces.
I haven't looked at you in moments. That's how you kill coronavirus.
With love. With love.
With love.
Love.
Ooh, so fun fact. I threw Jeff in a pool today.
No, you didn't.
Good.
I made you throw
Did
yourself
you lift with your knees or your legs?
you'll
The power of love.
with the power of yelling. So remember
Superpower being like a yell so powerful you just like throw someone into
that's sort of the idea. So remember those dumb superheroes we were reading for you yesterday?
Yes.
So Jeff and I made up our own superheroes and decided to, talk about our experiences auditioning to be trying out to be some of the new warriors. And that video is going to be coming your way tomorrow.
Like me personally or everyone?
I mean everyone, but I'm going to send you a personal link because I care about it.
Oh, thank you. Because you also know I'm too lazy to look it up.
Well, that too. That too. Did you retweet my tweet, Simon Pegg? Because I'm trying to get my channel as a guest.
Now I am because I forgot.
Do it. The worst friend.
To be fair, I went on and I followed him, but then I forgot to retweet you.
Oh, okay. So you followed Simon Pegg, but me, nope, forget me. Whatever.
It's fine. It's fine. I was delirious. I was dying today. No big deal.
And Macaronum has vouched for me as a YouTuber.
Wait, what?
One of my friends, who's also a YouTuber, she was like, I can vouch for her. She's totally a YouTuber.
Totally a YouTuber.
Totally a YouTuber. I'm gonna get a shirt that says I'm totally a YouTuber.
Shit pancake!
Stop!
How is he always on that side of the apartment every time?
Because there's a table with a lot of stuff to knock down.
Huh?
There's a table with a lot of stuff to knock down. Mm-hmm.
We're just gonna stop feeding you.
Oh no, Agent Jeremy says you guys would be perfect. I see Jeff as Snowflake and Jess as Safe Space. They are a couple, right?
Yeah, a couple of brothers and sisters.
Siblings.
Yeah.
Not to get all messy though. On mountains, you're my safe space, Jesse.
Aw, you're my safe space too.
Aww.
Aww. Because when I focus on keeping you alive and not on the fact that we're on a mountain and possibly going to die, then I don't think so much about my own mortality.
I really, honestly, the rage you give me propels me up the mountain.
Huzzah! There you go.
Remember when we hiked before we both got injured?
Yeah. Now we're broken. And now the world's ending.
Well, before we were just emotionally broken, now we're physically broken and deteriorating. Corona.
There you go. Hooray, Corona. That's about it. Is there a gentle neutral term for brother and sister, just for those siblings, or brother and sibling? Apparently.
Oh, that's actually a good question. Oh God, what did I do?
Hysterical.
Hold on. Why? On the screen, you're mean to me.
We want to see what you did.
I don't know what I did, so I'm just going to continue and ignore the problem. How do you handle your issues, Jesse? Jeff,
ignoring
just
hey, Adosh, you're so tiny. Oh.
I'm a thumbnail.
There you go.
Wow, I'm an icon.
You're an icon. You're a social icon. He's gonna knock that down.
Spray him with it.
Please don't.
It's expensive cologne. It smells good, though, doesn't it?
It does. Oh, imagine if shit pancake smelled like that.
What is it called?
We got my Ralph Lauren Polo Red.
Ooh.
Spray cologne on him. What is he licking?
My wallet.
He's sniffing it.
Honestly, I'd lick a wallet, mainly because I'd want the money.
Mm.
Well, these are new wallets that have never been used.
How many wallets do you have?
Are they all blue? I remember your blue wallet.
This is why you haven't used the one I got you, because you have 8 other wallets that you've never used.
I got this nice plaid gray and black one,
I like that one.
and I got this one as well.
How many wallets?
Coach one? Damn.
They're both Coach wallets. You really want do you want an answer? How many wallets I have?
Sure. How many wallets do you own?
9. My mom bought them all for me. She's like, they're great wallets. I don't need them all. But
I'm pretty sure one of those is going to last you for the next decade.
the blue one ripped. It was Coach. It was shit.
So you're never going to use the one I got you because it's not Coach and therefore not fancy enough and therefore.
The sketchbook one?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember everything you buy. Because I Jeff.
Damn straight. Hey, 69 people watching right now.
You know what that means, right?
We have to 69.
Yeah, ready?
Oh, no, sweetheart. No, darling. We've already been community struck once.
Bye.
Literally nothing. For doing literally nothing. Nothing at all. I use clear tape to keep my wallet together. Nice.
Yeah. I have a friend who's gonna put tape on her headlight that she broke today. I'm very proud of her.
Hooray for fixing cars with duct tape. I have done that before. I've fixed my car with duct tape before. In fact, the entire undercarriage cover was held on by duct tape for a long gorilla tape, no less, for a very long time. I got it.
Gaffer tape. That stuff is amazing.
That is pretty dope. But gorilla tape is out of this world. I dig it.
It happened.
Mm-hmm. Duct tape. Universal tool. It is. And the gorilla variety is all waterproofy and shit. Duct tape is supposed to be, but it doesn't always work the way it's supposed to. Shit pancake! Why do you always have to knock things down?
Knock yourself down.
Shit pancake! Shit pancake! I do this for you, Hadass. I do this for you.
You're the reason why I say no to medication. In this day and age.
Is this the reason you should want medication?
Not to save me, clearly. I should really stop making jokes. People have it worse than me.
What?
I should really stop making jokes. People have it worse than me, but I can't help it.
That's right.
I'm going to hell.
I will see you there one day. Jeff's a good person. He's going to heaven. It's gross.
He's not invited to hell. I'm sorry, Jeff.
That's okay. I don't need to go.
That's fine. We're going to party it up without you.
Mm-hmm.
So this is golden duct tape is
It's
silver.
Have you never heard that before?
No.
Oh, I love that. Yes. I enjoy that.
Oh, I love that.
Isn't that delightful? I'm pretty sure my view count is just frozen. That's hysterical. My view count is frozen at 16. Oh, damn, it just went down. It was totally frozen at 69 for a while. Imagine getting frozen in that position. That'd be terrible. Doesn't Anna have a Pulp Fiction wallet? She the one who has it? I think she has the Pulp Fiction wallet.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, someone kept pointing out in the chat.
Hello from New York.
I don't know if you saw this. Oh, hello, New York. I don't know if you saw this. GameStop apparently was staying open because they have deemed themselves an essential service.
Yep.
Your face says it all.
You know, the economy is probably very sad right now. I'll let them have this one.
Oh, did you see that?
He's kind of suffering right now.
They have officially introduced the bill that's going to pay out money to all of the Americans.
How much?
If you're broke like us, it'll be $1,200. I think it's on a monthly basis too. It'll be $1,200. Yeah. So
I wonder if I count as broke because they had to reduce it an insane amount of hours before a bunch of us had to go into quarantine.
Broke apparently is going to be people who make less than $75,000 a year, according to last year's tax.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
like I won the poverty lottery.
Poverty lottery.
I love it.
So it's delightful. Stratos Radio Blues. Good to hear you. Have you here again. Thank you for the super chat. I'm predicting this one of the villain's most heinous lines in the New Warriors comic. I don't think your sister is gonna like that. Ha 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 ha. Get it? It's gonna be offensive because she's
non-binary. I get it. Good.
It's hilarious. Huh. Abel, thank you for the super chat. Ooh, it's a good question. What do you want to see change the most after this?
Can you verify which this you're referring to?
Global pandemic.
Oh, I mean, I definitely want to see a change in how we deal with things. That was really vague. But I mean, universal healthcare is kind of important, as we now are aware.
Mm-hmm.
Or we've always been aware, but now we're like, hey, government, look.
But actually, if we don't take care of the people, they will die.
And yeah, no, there definitely changes have to happen in that area for sure.
I would really like to see an end to this, or at least a softening of the incredible partisan divides in this country. I think people are having, I think once the president finally woke up and realized how serious this was and sobered up in his tone and in the way he approached it, I think that a lot of people kind of realized and have stepped back and realized, look, it doesn't matter if you're Republican or a Democrat, if you love or hate the president or the left or the right, we are all in this together, and it does not matter. The coronavirus is not discriminating. And I think there's been a big sense of that. I was reading like Politico, which is a very left-leaning slant in its reporting, and the entire tenor of that article, the writer just came right out and said, they're like, it doesn't matter right now. Like, now is not the time for, hating on Donald Trump. It's the time for hoping we all get through this. We are in this together. Yeah. And so I'm hoping that moving forward from this, that people kind of realize that
Oh, Mike, you cannot flick my friend, but thank you for asking. Continue.
Thank you.
I'll protect you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So I think you're seeing that to an extent. You're seeing people, I mean, when at first with a lot of before we went on all these bigger lockdowns and whatnot, you did see articles saying, oh, this response was so botched and and people criticizing Trump for the lack of availability of testing kits. And that was real. That's a valid criticism. I think that people that you're not seeing that anymore. The reporting on they're generally just all the various news sites are reporting on coronavirus cases. They're reporting on the spread. They're reporting on the availability of treatments and testing. They're reporting on the bills. And look at that. I mean, when have you had Congress come together to so quickly, swiftly, and unanimously, or almost unanimously, vote and pass on these massive funding efforts to help the American people and whatnot? So
that's true. That doesn't really happen, or hasn't happened.
Yeah. And so you're seeing that level of cooperation at every level of the government right now. And I hope that heals some divides there in terms of their ability to work together after this crisis. I hope it sets a great example for whatchamacallit, leaves a great example for younger people, for all the peoples, for all. Sorry, I was reading something that said older people, young people. Anyway, I can work for all the people to just kind of get the fuck over themselves and stop bitching about things that don't matter and start worrying about things that do.
Yeah, definitely the political divide in this country is pretty bad, and it just makes people a lot more hostile towards each other instead of just listening. I know you and I have talked about this nonstop, where no one really listens to one another.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm okay when you start debating in front of me with people, because you actually are like, tell me your side, let me tell you mine.
Yeah,
Yeah, because no one really tries to understand one another anymore, and the virus doesn't care what your race is, what your political stance is. So where do you go from there? And I think you're right.
Exactly. And then so you have, things like at the beginning of this crisis. It'd be interesting to know, what happened, how things happened at the beginning of this crisis, where like, what if you have people, oh, hi, Shit Pancake. Welcome to the live stream. You're on the internet, kitten.
Shit Pancake 2020.
Oh, yes. Let's talk about Shit Pancake.
Yes.
Shit Pancake. So you have things, like at the beginning of a crisis like this, where you have the president saying this is a hoax, it's being blood proportioned by the Democrats. So you have people who are Republican going, well, I'm not going to believe in it or prepare myself or listen or do all these things because I'm being told I'm being told because I hate the Democrats, I hate the left so much, I'm not going to listen to anything. They must be overblowing it. And the vice versa, when you actually have Trump actually, taking charge in the way that he's supposed to, and people saying like, well, screw this, I'm not going to listen to him, and I'm going to go out and kill people or get coronavirus and die because I hate, the other side so much. I thought it was ridiculous how partisan this issue was in the beginning. You're like, we should never have an environment where people are going to buck social norms or, buck common sense, basic common sense, which is we've seen for the past several years. Just
basic for a very long time, even before the the Trump administration.
Yeah, this was happening during Obama.
It happened with Obama too, but before Trump, they would just be like, "Oh, you want to help people? I don't like you, so no."
Exactly.
Just like the people were kind of just floating in the middle, asking just for help from the government.
Exactly. I don't like you. I don't like your stances. You don't agree with what I agree with, so I don't want to help you. I don't want to help. I won't support the thing you're saying, even if it's a good thing, because I hate you because you embody the left or the right or the whatever, which is so idiotic.
You know what's crazy? I think it was either Biden or Bernie. I don't remember which one, but they had one stance at like one time, and then someone posted a video of them having the complete opposite side of that stance from years before, and they had to justify it. And it's like, what do you mean justifying it? You're a human being. You evolve. You change. Right. Although I think it's Bernie or Biden, but I know it was someone.
I always thought that was such a ridiculous argument to make against politicians. Like, well, you did this once, and now you're flip flopping. You're this, and you're so inconsistent. You're this, and you're like,
I hate the term flip flopping. It demeans the person. It's like, no, you're allowed to change. You're allowed to grow as a person.
Exactly.
I want my politicians to be able to change, because if they're absolutely psychotic and believe that certain people don't deserve rights, and then years later they're like, no, actually I was wrong, then yeah, you want that.
Cool. I'm glad that you realize you were wrong and that people deserve rights,
Yes, you deserve rights.
Absolutely. The other thing, and I actually was reading an interesting article about this the other day. The other thing that they're taught that someone made the case for is that we are going to get past this idiotic place where people just don't listen to science anymore, because that has been happening for a while. And
you have social media to thank for a lot of this shit though too.
That's very true. No, it's very true. But I think, I'm not saying this in the political sphere. I'm saying in the reference to coronavirus.
I'm just saying you have social media to thank for a lot of people, because we keep entertaining dumber and dumber things to worry about people's feelings, and so now we don't entertain facts because we don't want to offend people, because we have this thing that we have to worry about offending. So that's it. All has just been building for a couple of years.
Absolutely.
So you have to go back to the beginning and kind of nip it in the bud before people are going to be like accepting of truth, because flat earth and this and that and all other bullshit that we have to entertain. We don't have to entertain it.
Which is it's assuming that's a thing that happens on both sides. You have the one side saying we can't offend people with different ideas, we have to let them speak, and then you also have the other side saying freedom of speech means everybody, literally people who are spreading false and damaging information. Oh, but they deserve a platform too. No, they fucking don't.
Well, I would false, yes, damaging. Sometimes the truth is damaging, so you have to.
Well, okay, false and damaging false information that willfully spreading false information that has a harmful effect, or just any false information, because fuck you, stupidity isn't cute. So, anyway, that's all. Science, hooray for science! 99% of the world's scientists agree on something. It's probably true.
I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying why I think people are resistant to certain science now, because we entertain stupidity.
We do.
Social media gives a platform to dumber people.
It does.
And there's a difference between being a dumb person and having opinions someone doesn't agree.
Oh my god, yay! New York City has a paper again. Congrats, guys.
My dad has long said the internet gives stupid people a voice. That's what he has made that statement many, many times, and it's absolutely correct. It's absolutely correct. Why do you think the social justice movement arose, in the age of social media?
But thankfully, marketplace kind of wipes out the social justice movement in entertainment because that shit doesn't sell.
It does not sell. People don't want it. They don't want to buy it. They don't want to see it. Fucking snowflake in safe space.
How dare you? Safe space is a hero.
How dare you?
How dare you? How dare you? Who's under my leg?
Fund me.
Hey, Pancake, what are you doing? Are you trying to steal chips? Don't steal chips.
Yeah.
Come here, Pancake. I love you. I love you.
What are you reaching out for me for, shit, Pancake?
He loves you. He loves Papa. Oh, yes, he does.
Oh, they're talking about comics in the chat.
Hooray for comics.
Oh my gosh, Jeff, I forgot to read your comic today.
It's okay.
You're the worst.
I'm the worst friend.
Yeah, I don't even like you anymore.
Eventually, I'm here. I should probably. Oh my gosh, guys! I went outside to get my mail. It was literally the greatest feeling.
This is going on day 2 that we haven't actually left our house.
That's not true.
I'm on day 3.
We went outside. Sorry, we were outside today. We haven't left our building, but we did leave the apartment.
Yeah. We went to the courtyard for fresh air. And swim.
Throwing Jeff in the pool.
I went in the balcony. It's a good balcony. I should go in there more or out there more.
You should. It is a delightful little balcony.
Balconies are great. That's the one thing this apartment's missing besides more space.
I would love a balcony. Bethany's cats are making faces at the screen, probably because my cat was on there. But yeah, no, it's funny because Jeff just goes in the pool. And my property manager, she's has one of the apartments that borders the courtyard. She comes out and she's like, "What? Did you make him do that? Did you do that to him?" I don't know.
He painting the thing on the stairs last time I was there. You know the railing on the stairs, the white. Yeah. Was she the one painting it? Okay. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah. It was so funny. She was very concerned for Jeff's well-being.
That was nice.
Aww. Someone be.
Yeah, finally.
I know.
All on my own.
Punch.
Hey, social distancing.
You don't want me distant from you.
Not emotionally.
Or physically.
True. Same goes for you.
Accurate. I never pretended.
Nor have I.
I'm just going to keep knitting and ignore the PDA in front of me.
It can get worse.
Look, more dislikes. Huzzah! Make sure you're pressing the like button or be one of those douches who's disliking the stream. I love that no one's actually being a dick in the comments, though. No one's actually here like, fuck you, mindless entertainment. They're like, I'm just going to dislike the stream because nothing better to do than to tune into media I don't like just to let them know I don't like it. Abel, thank you for the super chat. Oh, I missed the super chat earlier from Abel. We were in the middle of such good debate that I did not read when Abel said totally agree with mindless. Thank you. I like being validated in my opinions. Abel says, thoughts on MGTOW?
What's it stand for?
Men going their own way.
Wait, what?
MGTOW. The MGTOW movement, it stands for men going their own way. It's basically men who feel like women are terrible and have done them dirty and horribly, and they're just not going to date them anymore. Some, depending on the men, some of them are voluntarily celibate. Some of them just will have, flings, one night stands, whatever, but not have. How
is that different than now?
Well, there's an actual movement for it. There's an actual movement. So it's basically men saying women are the devil and are responsible for all the terrible things in my life, and therefore they suck, and I want to stay away from them. Having met and spoken to several MGTOWs, the thing is that most of them are not going around actually. It's not like, you had that rash of like the incels who were actually proclaiming violence against women and stuff like that. For the most part, they're not going around being abusive to women or harmful to women or things like that. I don't care if you want to live your life like everyone gets to do what they want. If your life is like, I think women are the devil and they've only ruined everything for me, and so screw you. Blah. I will ignore all the women's forever. That's fine, as long as you're not treating people like shit, or being an asshole in return and going, because women have dicked me over, I'm going to be a dick to women. Like, as long as you're not doing that, as long as your stance is just like, I just don't want them in my life, that's fine. Do what you want. That you're free to make those choices. What I will say is, having known several people who subscribe to this philosophy, you get into this, you talk to them and you're like, well, in my personal experience, every single woman I've dated has dicked me over, or I've tried to date has been mean to me, or this or that and the other. And I'm like, okay, well, again, you do what you want with your life, but I think there are certain instances where some of these guys who are really angry at womankind because they've had bad experiences, you know, you can look at things like, what is my role? Because you can't change other people, you know, what is my role in doing this? And one of the things that people look at a lot is negativity attracts negativity. If you are unhappy, people tend to end up with other unhappy people. People who don't value themselves and tend to end up with other people who don't value them. You kind of, because you allow what's okay with you. If you're someone who has very low self-esteem, you hate yourself, you don't value or love yourself, you're gonna be more willing to let somebody else treat you that way because you think you deserve that. Whereas people who do love and value themselves, they just don't waste time on those kinds of people. They don't let them in their life. So if you want to go your own way, if you want to be a man who goes his own way, and if you want to rail against womankind for doing you dirty and all that stuff, that's fine. You're allowed to do that. But I just encourage anybody with that mindset to take a look at themselves and see, you know, what's going on in their life that maybe has led them to attract damaging people. You know, look at your other relationships with other men, perhaps. Do you have any of those same issues with your male friends? And if so, you know, that's pretty telling. And if not, you know, how are you different? How do you act differently with women? Because again, you can't change other people. You can only change yourself. So, you know, give them a woman if you want. That's no problem. That's whatever. But just, you know, keep in mind that there's always work you can do on yourself as well. So that's my thoughts on that.
One thing I would say, and mind you, I had just learned this existed, so
yeah,
bear with that. Is if you're going to be negative towards a certain people, it's good you're staying away from them.
That's true too. You know, if that's where you're at, if you just have a very negative attitude towards a certain group of people, you know, in this case women, and you don't want to be around them, don't be around them. And that's sort of the idea of the movement is they don't seek out women or you know, are abusive to them or rail against them or anything like that. They're just like, screw you, I don't need you in my life, and that's fine. If you don't want them to be part of your life, you don't be part of their life, that's cool. Where I take issue is if you have someone like that who all they do is like, fuck women, women are terrible, women suck, women this, women that. You want it, it's right in the name, men going their own way. You want to go your own way, but don't drive me into your shit.
That was honestly so many of the guys in my high school. They were just so horrible. They're like, you say you only want like nice guys. I'm a nice guy. Why won't you fuck me? And it's like, because you're not really a nice guy.
Literally, you just contradicted everything you were trying to say with why won't you fuck me? That's the most attractive thing ever, man. Why won't you fuck me? God, so attractive when the guy begs it for it. So we got a super chat from Stratos Radio Blues. I feel that freedom of speech is essential even if someone has a platform for an obviously terrible idea. All it takes is an unbiased discussion to point out its flaws, causing it to fall apart. I don't disagree with you. I'm a very big proponent of freedom of speech. Now, here's the problem, is that unfortunately, because of the way social media exists now, it is very easy to have these platforms and not allow any interaction. Because this is the thing, it's not true freedom of speech if you shut down any dissent. And that's what you have on both sides of the spectrum. You've got the left who wants to shut down the types of things you can say because, it might be offensive to somebody or it might hurt their feelings, or we might invent a reason why it's racist. And then you have certain voices, right? You know, stands dying of coronavirus. And then you have the extreme stance on the right, you know, the opposite of that, which is everyone deserves a platform. You can't say boo to them for just speaking their mind or freedom of speech. And the reality is like, no, you're both wrong. If you want to say what you want to say, good, but that open dialogue needs to exist. So if you have a platform where you're only reaching a certain type of person, and you're not allowing in any of that, and that's because of the internet, it is very easy. If I decide I only want to digest this material, I don't have to look for the balanced and measured alternative. I don't have to look for the dissent on that. It's much easier for me to digest that level of stupidity and not be course corrected from that. I read a really sad story actually not too long ago about a woman who got involved in this very fringe movement on the internet, which is all about it's like supernatural birthing, this kind of thing. It's not even like a home birth with a midwife. They're against midwives, they're against doctors, science, etc., all of that stuff. They believe in just having the baby at home, just you and your husband and a few close friends, I guess.
No, thank you.
Right? No hospitals, no drugs, no doctors, no midwives. In this particular woman's story, she talked about how deeply invested she got in this community, and sort of effectively got brainwashed from it. And one of the things this community does is eschews any talk of all of that. You'll get kicked out of a community discussion if you bring up talking to a midwife or what a doctor said or this or that or the other. Editor MG is apparently a thing. I didn't know anything about it until I read this really long piece on it. That was really, really tragic because this woman basically got sucked into this hole and got isolated based on the things that she was reading that was encouraging her to isolate from the rest of the information. And her baby was many months overdue. And she just kept going back to those communities that encouraged her, trust your body. Everything's fine. Your body will know when the baby wants to be born, et cetera, et cetera. Ultimately, I think she ended up going to the hospital because there was a problem, whatever it was, and her baby was stillborn. And yes.
Oh God.
And so now she's like, well, instead of being in all these support groups for, these supernatural, these natural birthings, I'm now in support groups for mothers who lost their babies. And
oh gosh.
It's not to say that necessarily everything would have been okay had she been going to doctors in the beginning and whatnot, but certainly
she wouldn't have had that extra stress for sure.
Exactly. And all of modern science agrees that having your baby in a hospital is probably a good idea, and at least if you're doing it at your home, you should have a licensed medical professional helping you with that. So it's things like that. Go big bore or go home. Says, I must disagree. Limiting free speech is a dangerous slippery slope, mainly because of the following question: who decides what speech is not allowed? So I'm not advocating for limiting free speech. I'm just pointing out the necessity to have checks and balance, naturally occurring checks and balances on that thing. On freedom of speech. So again, you have situations where the internet doesn't allow for those checks and balances. And you have people who, and you can just say, look, it's weeding out stupidity. You can make that argument. I'm okay with that argument. Hey, if you want to be stupid, that's fine. But the reality is the spread of stupidity, the acceptance of stupidity in our culture as a result of free speech that is not naturally policed. Whatchamacallit, that's not naturally policed. His cat's just so precious. He's like dead on my lap here. Look at him just being here.
Aww, ragdoll.
Yes, because that's the thing with freedom of speech. Part of what makes it work is you have to naturally police it with more freedom of speech, from people who disagree with whatever's being put out there, and that's how you weed out stupidity. As somebody else pointed out earlier, when you have idiotic ideas, idiotic platforms, it can be naturally disabled by an even measured counter argument. But those even measured counter arguments aren't being allowed to happen. So that's not true freedom of speech either. That's just another version of ignorance. That's just another version of censorship, because you're saying, I'm saying whatever I want. I will not allow for dissent. I will not allow for growth. When we shut out discussion, we shut out ideas that challenge us. We take away the ability to grow. We get rid of human growth, and then stupidity just runs free. So freedom of speech is great, but that means for everybody. It doesn't mean I get freedom of speech, and if you say something I don't like, I tell you to shut up, because that's what happens right now. That's the problem. So,
Jeff, you're doing fine.
Anyway. So Abel says that's not the correct definition / meaning of MGTOW. Very basically, it's about not putting up / committing with low quality women and men's self-improvement. Abel, that is not the definition I've ever heard before. I accept your definition. If that's your definition, that's fine. I think that's valid. That's a valid point for anybody. I don't know why it has to be men specifically. I think, and nobody should put up or commit to a low quality partner, someone who's not good or not nice to them or doesn't treat them well. And everyone should always be focused on self-improvement. So I don't think that needs to be a gendered thing, but cool if it is. Again, if it's like a thing where it's like, oh, it encourages men to talk to other men and improve themselves and be open with each other, that's fine. I think that's fine. I think that's totally fine. Agent Jeremy, that's just what freedom of speech is. Freedom of speech is I can say something and you can say whatever you want back. That's freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is it's what I mean by self-regulating is that we regulate our culture by having freedom of speech. I say something stupid, you have the right to say that was a stupid thing to say. And the problem is you don't have freedom of speech out there right now because someone goes out and says something stupid, claps their hand over their ears and goes la 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 and refuses to allow anyone else's freedom of speech to get to them. That's not freedom of speech. I'm not advocating for any stopping people from saying things, but it's the same thing where it's like freedom of speech doesn't mean we should all run around being bastards all the time. If there was no societal self-regulation, community regulation on its own, that's what we do. We just run around being shitheads. We'd run around being like, you suck, fuck you, I hate you. That would be what we did all the time. We learn that those things aren't okay because we say something mean to somebody and they get upset with us and they tell us why they don't like hearing that, or we're children and we say something wrong or rude or bad and our parents tell us don't say that because it's hurtful or it's for this reason or for that reason. And we learn what we want to say or what we don't want to say. I don't want anything infringed. I want to be able to say literally whatever I want all the time. Great. You're going to learn you're not going to have a lot of fucking friends because your friends don't want to be around you if all you do is tell them to go fuck themselves all the time. Or you'll just have friends who really like being verbally abused. So anyway, that's my point. My point is not putting any actual regulations on what people can and can't say, or saying people can or can't say something. My only point is that without freedom of speech working together, as in I say something, you say something back, I put out information, someone can counter that information, then we have an acceptance of stupidity. Then we have people who just think they can go around saying whatever they want and they don't ever have to learn anything, or they don't have to fucking be better. That's all.
Well, that's a good question, Abel.
Anyway, so Abel asks, do you
one I think you skipped
before that one?
Was there one you skipped?
Yes. I think the main problems are the internet algorithms. They cater to your bubble. Absolutely, Carl Page.
It does.
Because everything's about giving you what you want. It's rampant consumerism. We need to give you what you want, so you spend money on our project, and if we are on our product, we need to make sure we keep you happy there. If you don't, have that, if all you do is want the things that we have, and nothing makes you feel uncomfortable or bad about digesting this information, you'll keep spending money on our product because it makes you feel good. So everything's about making you feel good. Guess what? Self-improvement usually doesn't feel good. So fucking deal with it. Anyway. Abel asked, do you think the marriage/family courts heavily favor women? Yeah, absolutely. I absolutely do. I have known people personally, even in the situation, a lot. I've heard many stories. There's a lot of statistics. Yeah. There's a lot of statistics and a lot of facts that demonstrate that. There are a lot of very sad stories about very good quality fathers who lose out on custody to real crap mothers because of that, because the court system still has this archaic idea, which at its heart, which is funny because it ends up hurting men, but it's actually a sexist idea that women are the caregivers, children need their mother, and they can't be just as well off with their father. And in fact, yes, it's great for children to have both their parents. It's always great for children to have both their parents, but if one of your parents sucks, you probably shouldn't spend that much time with them. So that's all. Do you have any thoughts on that, Haas?
Yeah. So to some degree, I do feel like it does. My best friend growing up, her mom was absolutely horrible, and it took some pretty insane antics from her mom for her to start living with her dad.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen that firsthand. So yeah, it depends on the situation, but a lot of the times they do favor women over men in those court cases if children are involved, for sure.
Yeah. That's one of the things. I mean, the court system in general, in a lot of different cases, that's one of the areas of society where men do tend to get the short end of the stick. Things like violent crimes, men are more likely to get harsher sentences than women. Domestic abuse cases, in certain ones, I mean, in that instance, men who are being abused are frequently unbelieved, which sucks and is terrible. And then you also have the one other situation though is, I mean, obviously, certainly in the court of public opinion, the Me Too movement has changed certain things in terms of when women discuss, sexual assault and sexual harassment. I don't know if that's changed in the court system at all, because certainly there have been countless instances where the evidence has been pretty damning and pretty clear in a situation of sexual assault, and some of those sentences have been very, very minor. So, yeah,
it's definitely rape culture.
Yeah.
Harvey
Weinstein is another prime example. He was the sentence they couldn't pin the highest charges to him. The bastard's getting 25, which is not even half of what he deserves. So It's terrible. Anyway, go big bore or go home says agreed. Normal discourse is great to stop idiots. It's pretty much the only way you do. Agent Jeremy says they do. I had to fight for 50-50 custody, which I think is ridiculous. I think if you're talking about two parents, if two parents are equally capable as parents, presumably in a lot of these situations, most of the time, it's one thing to say, okay, let's give the woman primary custody because she's gonna stay home and live on child support and be there with the kids all the time. Okay, fine, having someone there with the kids is great. But you're talking about the modern world where both parents are going to be working. So it's not like, oh, one of them's going to be home with the kids all day long. The other one's not. If both parents are working, if both parents are equally qualified, none of them has done something wrong, I don't see why 50-50 custody shouldn't be the norm. That's my personal opinion. Jeff, thoughts?
No.
Okay.
The family dynamic has definitely changed a lot since divorce became so... is mainstream the right word? Because before it was very taboo.
Yeah, mainstream's the right word.
Yeah. So I think that has to be catered to as well because, like you said, both parents work. If you have a dad working one job and a mom working another, like you have to balance that out, even if it is shared custody.
Exactly. It shouldn't be automatically, the woman gets primary custody and the child support payments. There's situations where the woman gets primary custody and the man is making less than her and still paying child support, because she's the primary custodian, and that's messed up. Yeah, with the way things have changed, I personally think I agree with you. 50-50 should be I think 50-50 should be the norm, but I also think that because that's what, as you said, the household family dynamics have changed so much since divorce became standardized, mainstream, and the laws and the ways the courts rule in these instances haven't changed at all.
Yeah.
Watch Kramer versus Kramer. The deal he gets in the end. Tuesdays and every other weekend. That's what men. 1 day a week and every other weekend is. And that movie was made what, 80s? 70s. It was the 70s. Yeah, right. The movie was made in the 70s, and we're talking now almost 50 years from that point. You haven't, where the family dynamic has certainly changed in nearly half a century. The ways that courts rule in most divorce cases hasn't changed at all, and that's a little bit ridiculous. So,
yeah.
Yep. Beth DeGoo said, unpopular opinion. Well, I mean, judging by the statistics, people need to learn how to stick it out. Divorce should be the absolute last resort. I agree, especially when there are children involved. You were an adult. You made a commitment. Fucking learn how to keep that commitment.
People don't see marriage as something they need to work on, though. I think that's also like a huge downfall because people are like, oh, let's get married, it'll fix the problem, instead of let's fix the problem and see if we should get married.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's ridiculous. People get married for all kinds of wrong reasons. I've always had very specific stringent concepts, which was before I got married, I wanted to be I needed to have dated the person for at least 2 years. I needed to have lived with them
at least a year or more.
Have gone on vacations with them, have figured out certain important things, there's none of this like, oh, we'll get married and if we haven't sorted this out in a few years, we'll get divorced. No, we have to be on the same page about all these things. Whatchamacallit. And I also, a big one for me is I wanted to be independently financially stable. So it's not a situation where it's like, oh, I'm relying on you for these things. And all of a sudden, maybe I make a bunch of money and now I'm not relying on you anymore. And now it changes the way I see you. I want it to be like, no, I know that this is anyway. So you got a year and 2 months and change before a year. I can math 4 months and change. And you can propose to me.
Whenever I'm ready. I'm not waiting to the 2 year dot.
I'm teasing you. This us is obviously different. We're also going to have lived together for a year much sooner than that.
You guys also have a very unconventional relationship that
we do.
Even with the weird norms that are now a thing, yours definitely was a weird one in the start.
Well, we like it.
Weird. I never said it was bad. I just said it's different.
Weird is kind of our motif.
Yeah.
Saruman of House Roundhead says, have you watched Contagion yet?
No, because it's not on Netflix.
It's not on Netflix
Everyone
anymore?
keeps telling us it's not on Netflix. I looked it up twice.
Oh, apparently it's not on Netflix.
No,
Saruman.
Outbreak and a bunch of other stuff is. There's a TV show and all these other Outbreak things that I got in my instant queue now for us. But Contagion, the 2011 movie, is not.
We do want to watch it though. That's definitely on our list. We've been really into our pandemic movies. Our apocalypse movies as well. Saruman House Roundhead says, also, if you watch The Witcher and Lock and Key on Netflix, they're both.
I've been meaning to watch both of those. I just caught up with The Magicians, so I'm gonna move on to the next.
Witcher's on our list as well, and
eventually, yeah.
Do you want to watch Witcher like you and I watched Bird Box?
Oh, we could do that. That'd be fun.
That would be really fun. There's this thing, Demarcus did this where you can watch the same thing on Netflix at the same time, and there's like a chat next to it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So we're in different places watching it at the same time.
Oh, okay.
That'd be definitely be fun. Agent Jeremy says, if I wasn't married, Hades. I think he meant Hadass, but I like you as Hades now. Yeah. I'd serenade you under your window with that comment.
Aw, that's sweet.
You have all these new people who are super in love with you.
Aw,
my
skin.
I'm down. Abel says, out of all this Corona-19, I hope men and women in political relations heal and bring people closer. A big thing needed to happen. Necessary reset. Abel, I'm with you. I don't know if you were here earlier when we were talking about that, but that's exactly what we were talking about. Were you the one who asked the question of what you hope would change?
I believe he was Abel.
Well, did you?
That's the one thing I wanted to talk about. I didn't care about any of the other shit.
Okay. So, Jeff, what do you want to see changed after this?
I want people to stop being dicks. And less self-absorbed. When we talk about social media again, like misinformation, vanity has become the norm, especially in, I live in Southern California now. That shit is everywhere. Everyone's vain.
You live in California now?
What?
You live in California now?
Yes, right down the street from you, actually.
News to me.
I know. It's not like I was just over your apartment.
The apartment looked so crowded, Jesse.
Ha 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 ha.
With our broken window.
Yeah.
What, you broke the window?
No, one of the shade slats fell off.
Yeah, as we were on the.
Say, like, how are you with the? I mean, you never really close the window for the cats, so I mean.
They are closed right now because it's fucking cold outside.
Yeah, another thing. Thought I'd move to California, it'd be nice and sunny.
Yeah,
it's been rainy and cold. It's like I moved to fucking London. Same taxes too.
Yes. This little nugget is still just dead on my lap.
You should keep him awake because he fucks with our shit when we're busy, so he can sleep when we sleep.
That's right. I'll just make him run in circles with the laser pointer again. So I got a new laser pointer and I brought it home and I made Shit Pancake run in circles until he almost fell over because he was so dizzy.
It was cute. I saw. I was there.
Oh, you were there. Oh, you were there for that, weren't you?
Yeah, before I left.
Oh my God, it was the funniest thing.
It really was.
It was hysterical. I really want to get a video of him doing that.
Oh, Jesse, our group chat is popping.
I saw. Is there anything I care about?
It's a lot of reading. I'll look at it later.
It looks like it's about, that one thing that it usually is. Yeah. Anyway, we have been live here though for quite a bit now, for almost 2 hours. So I think we are going to bounce. We haven't eaten dinner yet, so.
How dare you?
Jeff's gonna eat my arm if I don't feed him soon. So,
Jesse, can you FaceTime me because I want to eat dinner with you?
Sure thing.
We're gonna be watching Cutthroat Kitchen.
All right, we have to watch our Cutthroat. Or we're gonna put on one of the movies.
What was the second one we were watching?
Billy Madison.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna watch both of those tonight.
Yeah, but when I get it ready, we can FaceTime while we're getting it ready. That's allowed. That's allowed. All right. Well, it was a pleasure.
You guys can have your moment with your fans. Bye, everyone.
Bye, Hadass. Feel better.
Thank you. Goodbye.
All right. Well, there goes Hadass the quarantine. She's still alive. This is a fun discussion tonight. This is a really great stream. Oh God. I don't. Hadass Vidania.
That's actually pretty fucking hilarious.
Can you take a picture of that since Shit Pancake on my arms?
Yeah.
And send it to Hadass. Here, actually, I'll bring it up here. Let's make it bigger. She'll appreciate that. And we made a face for her. Oh, Abel is also in SoCal. Cool beans. Well, welcome to being on lockdown with the rest of us. Ha ha. Agent Jeremy says, all jokes aside, I hope we reconnect in a real way, old-fashioned things, sitting at the table with your family, conversations, taking time to know the simple things that are important. I agree with you. It's a great sentiment. It's a great sentiment to end this edition of This Week Tonight. We'll be back tomorrow after good evening,
Fandom Menace Tonight with Jeff.
Fandom Menace Tonight with Jeff Hicks.
We're going to discuss. Actually, I have a list of things, so just got to tune in to watch that with me. Or be there with me.
Oh, look at this monkey.
He's a shit pancake.
But he loves me. He's giving me love. He's like, Mom, love me. And we'll be back. So that goes live at 7:00 tomorrow night, followed immediately by This Week Tonight, our Friday edition. Things still alive and maybe having another special guest like, I don't know, Simon Pegg. So make sure you tweet at Simon Pegg and see if he'll come be a guest on my show. Next show tonight, this week. We were spitballing all sorts of weird little ideas about it. Oh, she's a pancake. Look how cute. He's like, hi, Mom. Hi, Papa. I love you guys.
You love us?
Yeah.
You're the bane of our existence.
Look at this face. How could this face not love you?
Look at that. With his lip up, he looks angry.
He's like, Mom, it's dumb. Why would you do that to me? I just want to love you. All right. Well, it was a pleasure, everyone. Thanks for sticking with us in spite of YouTube's best efforts to shut this stream out. And we will talk to you tomorrow. We got to sign off the way that we do, right?
Corona time! Yeah.